让你们等着，这会儿等着了吧？
I told you to wait, didn't I? BYD dropped the price again. The ones who just bought those old cars must feel backstabbed now. The whole lineup took a big dive in price. Big discounts across the board. Those old car owners must be feeling their hearts sing when they hear these prices.
比亚迪，你是一点都不尊重消费者呀！
BYD, you really don't respect your customers. Sales for 2024 were just stabilizing, and now you're backstabbing the old car owners again with a new self-driving version. You can release a new model, but keep the price the same. How much time has passed, and now the price drops again. The key is, the price is even lower than the non-self-driving version. Can you really just drop the price like that? You represent more than just your own brand. You're the benchmark for the whole car industry. When you lower prices, the entire car industry is going to start another price war.
比亚迪自驾版价格彻底崩了。
The price of a BYD's intelligent driving version has completely crashed. It's dropping like crazy. On May 5th, I shared that all the car models have huge cash discounts, with prices slashed straight down.
The vlogger revealed that the BYD Summer MVP is offering a discount of 20,000 yuan. BYD Qin Plus Intelligent version is down by 13,500 yuan, and BYD Song LEV Intelligent version has a discount of 15,000 yuan. Faced with competitive pressure from new car releases, many Chinese car companies have adopted a one-price strategy to clear stock. As a leading new energy vehicle company, BYD has recently launched a stock clearance for many non-intelligent driving models. BYD's Dynasty and Ocean series have announced limited-time price cuts for 10 non-intelligent driving models, with reductions of around 10,000 yuan, and some starting prices even dropping into the 50,000 yuan range. It's not just the compact models. Even mid to high-end models like the Han DMI and Tong DMI in the non-intelligent driving versions have announced limited-time price cuts, each dropping by 10,000 yuan. Additionally, the MVP model BYD Summer offers up to 42,000 yuan in subsidies, with starting prices reduced to the 200,000 yuan range. During the May Day holiday, many car companies launched significant discount policies to capture market share over the long weekend. For example, NIO's brand Lead L60 offered comprehensive discounts of 44,000 yuan, including 5 years of free NOA navigation assistance, a 52-liter car fridge, a 4,000 yuan subsidy, and 5 years of zero-interest loans. Great Wall Motors' Haval brand offered discounts of up to 40,000 yuan across all models. The second-generation Haval Big Dog PHEV was offered at 122,800 yuan. Lynk & Co.'s Lynk Nissan L7 started at a price reduced by around 40,000 yuan compared to the pre-sale price. Geely offered a comprehensive subsidy of up to 53,000 yuan. As of May 5th, at least 11 car brands launched limited-time purchase discounts during the May Day period. At the same time, local government departments in China are also supporting promotional policies. The Shenzhen Municipal Bureau of Commerce has introduced subsidies for vehicle trade-ins, offering up to 20,000 yuan for scrapping and replacing old vehicles, and up to 15,000 yuan for trade-in replacements. Since the beginning of 2025, there seems to be a cooling down of the price war from the car manufacturer side. On the market side, the continuous price cuts and other promotional activities are no longer enough to attract consumers. According to a survey released by McKinsey, the effect of technology innovation on new car sales is 3 times that of the price war. Consumers are more willing to pay for leading innovative technologies rather than being swayed by simple price competition. A larger backdrop is the overall slowdown of the Chinese economy, with weak consumer confidence and a tendency toward more conservative spending. The competition between car companies is becoming increasingly intense, price wars have become the norm, and profit margins are continuously squeezed. Many car companies are even forced to sell vehicles at a loss to gain market share and maintain cash flow. Chairman An Qingheng of the China Automotive Industry Consulting Committee stated that the internal competition in the Chinese automotive industry in 2024 caused a significant decline in profit margins, with the industry's profit margin dropping to just 4.4%. Li Yanwei, a member of the China Automobile Circulation Association's expert committee, previously revealed that based on the market discounts and average transaction price of new cars in January last year, the overall retail market loss last year amounted to 177.6 billion yuan. Although new brands like Xiaomi's electric cars continue to see rising sales, inventory pressure is also increasing. According to data from the Chinese Automobile Circulation Association's Passenger Vehicle Market Information Subcommittee, in March 2025, the national inventory of passenger cars reached 3.3 million units, and the stock of electric vehicles surged from 200,000 units at the beginning of 2023 to 800,000 units in March 2025, significantly increasing dealers' inventory pressure. As for BYD, the inventory pressure it faces not only comes from strategic transformation, but is also reflected in its financial statements. According to its 2024 financial report, BYD has an inventory scale of 116 billion yuan, the highest in the industry, far surpassing SAIC Group's 77 billion yuan, as well as the over 10 billion yuan inventory levels of Great Wall Motors, Geely, and Chang'an Motors. In terms of inventory turnover days, BYD's turnover period is 58.5 days, while Haima Motors has the longest turnover period of 149 days, showing a slower pace in liquidating its stock. High inventory has become a major challenge for Chinese car companies. Recently, BYD launched 21 intelligent driving models, aiming to capture the mid- and low-end intelligent driving market. However, as more companies follow suit with smart strategies and a large number of new cars are released, older, non-smart driving models are being marginalized, leading to further inventory buildup. Signs of saturation are rapidly emerging. The China Passenger Car Association has warned that China's car exports are likely to see their first decline in 5 years this year. With weak domestic demand and export obstacles, Chinese car companies are facing restructuring pressures. In fact, the Chinese authorities have long subsidized domestic manufacturing, relaxed environmental and labor regulations, and imposed restrictions on foreign investments. This has allowed domestic companies to dominate the domestic market while supporting overseas expansion. Since 2009, the central government of the Chinese Communist Party has introduced various policies to promote electric vehicles, such as the subsidies for their purchase, rewards for charging infrastructure, subsidies for operating electric buses, and innovation project rewards. The government has also implemented vehicle purchase tax subsidies and government procurement support, all of which have fueled the rapid development of the electric vehicle sector in China. From 2020 to 2022, national subsidies of up to 18,000 yuan per vehicle helped increase EV penetration from 5.8% to 27.6%. In 2024, the trade-in policy offers up to 20,000 yuan in subsidies for customers who scrap their old vehicles to buy a new EV. In 2024, more than 2.9 million vehicles were scrapped, and more than 3.7 million vehicles were replaced. Over 60% of these were replaced with EVs. At the same time, the EVs Going to the Countryside initiative provided consumer options and free installation of charging piles, with local governments providing subsidies of up to 5,000 yuan per vehicle. In 2024, sales of rural passenger vehicles increased by 40% year-on-year, with EVs making up 35% of the total. As the top-selling EV brand in China, BYD's rise is heavily reliant on government subsidies and tax incentives. In 2024, BYD's EV deliveries reached 4.2 million vehicles, an increase of 41% from the previous year, with domestic sales accounting for over 90%. The total government subsidy for BYD sales is estimated to be around 8 to 10 billion yuan. Additionally, from 2024 to 2025, EVs are exempt from vehicle purchase taxes, saving consumers hundreds of billions of yuan annually, which also indirectly benefits BYD sales. With the policy incentives, from 2015 to June 2017, over 200 EV projects were launched in China, with a total investment exceeding 1 trillion yuan. The total production capacity of various car companies exceeded 20 million units, while the expected production for that year was 2 million units. The production capacity was 10 times the expected output. By the end of 2017, more than 250 companies had EV production qualifications, but only 18 companies produced over 10,000 units that year, with over 70 companies producing zero. The industry layout was small, scattered, and chaotic. In 2023, China's EV production was 9.6 million units, sales was 9.5 million units, continuing to rank first globally for 9 consecutive years. Among these, EV exports reached 1.2 million units, an increase of 77.6% year-on-year. Chinese electric vehicle sales accounted for about 60% of global total sales. According to Nikkei Asia, China's electric vehicle production capacity continues to expand rapidly, with an estimated 20 million surplus units units by 2025. Chinese media also reported that by 2025, China's EV production capacity could reach 36 million units, while sales are estimated to only be 17 million units, resulting in a surplus of nearly 20 million units. Commentator Ye Xiao has stated that the root cause of China's overcapacity is that the CCP has become the guide and main player in economic activities and resource allocation. The directive economy has caused market failure and distorted the price signaling system, with government industrial policies disconnected from the market and entirely driven by administrative orders. The government replaces the market in resource allocation. Projects are launched without accountability for losses, and the result is the loss of state assets and public tax revenues. China's auto industry faces severe overcapacity, and internal competition is intense. According to data from Chezijia, from 2020 to early 2024, 35 car brands have officially withdrawn from the Chinese market, gone bankrupt, restructured, or ceased operations. These brands include traditional ones like Dongfeng Yulong, Lifan, Zotia, and Borgward, as well as new forces like Jiyue, WM Motors, Innovate, iWays, and Neutron. Xpeng Motors CEO He Xiaopeng has stated 2024 is the first year of bloodbath competition for Chinese electric vehicle brands, the first year of the elimination race. He further stated, from 2025 to 2027, it will be the elimination race for China's car industry. The competition in 2025 will be even more intense. Li Xiang, CEO of Li Auto, said that the Chinese EV market hit a turning point in 2025, and Li Auto aims to capture at least 20% of the market share to gain entry into the next round of competition. This means that in the future, only 5 EV companies may survive. Sam Fiorani, vice president of Auto Forecast Solutions, stated that by the end, only state-owned and large private enterprises will survive, with many small businesses facing consolidation or failure, especially those without export operations. However, even companies with abundant funds cannot guarantee success in the future. In 2025, due to the overall economic downturn, China's car sales may decline. The 2025 Shanghai Auto Show, which just concluded, reflects the situation most accurately. The 21st Shanghai Auto Show took place from April 23rd to May 2nd. Not only did Tesla not show up, but 17 other brands did not attend this time, compared to the previous edition. The Chinese electric vehicle market has become too competitive. Compared to the 2023 Shanghai Auto Show, the situation this year was notably different. The quantity and types of vehicles displayed were fundamentally different. Over 70% of the vehicles exhibited at this year's show were electric vehicles, compared to around 40% in 2023. A total of 1,366 vehicles were displayed, with 163 new models debuting on site, a significant increase from 93 in 2023, marking a 75% rise. The disappearing brands also included Hengchi Motors, Celine Motors, WM Motor, Youxia Motors, Qiantu Motors, Innovate Motors, the financially struggling Haikan Motors, and the suddenly halted Jiyue Motors. To call these brands low profile is an understatement. They have essentially disappeared. In addition to Tesla's absence, Korean brands also missed the Shanghai Auto Show, sparking discussions about their declining sales in the Chinese market year after year. The Chinese car market has already surpassed demand, and future demand for electric vehicles is far lower than the current production capacity. To remain competitive, Chinese car companies have no choice but to adopt price reduction strategies and enter overseas markets to seek new opportunities. According to Reuters, sources revealed that BYD's senior management has been outlining its 2030 goals to investors in stages since the end of last year, emphasizing that expansion into Europe is critical to achieving these targets. Sources also indicated that BYD now believes that they have the right products to replicate the success of the Chinese market overseas. Tu Le, founder of consulting firm Sino Auto Insights, stated that in order to achieve global expansion, BYD must seriously enter key markets such as Germany, Japan, and India. He said if they can't enter the U.S. market, achieving this goal will be very challenging. However, Nikkei reports that an analysis of global car sales from import-export data reveals that exports of Chinese car brands are slowing down. From 2021 to 2024, the growth rate increased from 20% to 100%, but is expected to drop to 6% in 2025, mainly due to reduced demand for Chinese electric vehicle models in Europe and Southeast Asia. According to data from the China Association of Automobile Manufacturers, the trend of slowing exports has become more evident this year, with the export volume in March increasing by only 1%. In the first quarter of 2025, the export volume of new cars from Chinese brands was 1.42 million units, of which about 20% were electric vehicles. The forecasted total new car export volume for the year is set as 6.2 million units, with a growth rate of only 6%, significantly lower than the growth rate in previous years. It's becoming increasingly difficult to find overseas markets to absorb the excess production, as no market seems capable of absorbing such large volumes. At the same time, countries are setting up trade barriers to protect their domestic industries. In October 2024, the European Union imposed tariffs of up to 45% on Chinese-made electric vehicles, while the Biden administration also imposed a 100% tariff on Chinese electric vehicles in the same year. Meanwhile, the global demand for Chinese-made EVs has decreased, causing the annual growth rate of Chinese car exports to stagnate, and it is likely to continue declining. This is especially true for the Southeast Asian market. The Thai government, which is concerned about rising household debt, has tightened car loan approvals. Additionally, the electric vehicle infrastructure in Southeast Asia is still underdeveloped. Although BYD launched a production line in Thailand in 2024, its electric vehicle sales in the Thai market fell by 10% compared to 2023, showing that increased investment has not yet yielded results. Europe's market is also becoming more challenging. Due to the impact of trade wars, the EU has imposed additional tariffs on Chinese-made electric vehicles to prevent the flood of low-priced EVs into the European market. Although there are rumors that the EU may seek to negotiate with China and possibly reduce tariff increases with a minimum price threshold, the overall situation remains unfavorable for China. Moreover, European car manufacturers are intensifying efforts to develop entry-level EVs priced around €20,000. In the European market, European automotive brands still hold significant influence, and without competitive pricing, Chinese electric vehicles may lose their advantage in Europe. China's domestic market will not be able to absorb the large volume of vehicles. As a result, China will continue to push for new car exports. However, although Chinese brands showcase advancements in technology, new cars from European brands still have considerable influence in the local market, becoming a potential concern for the development of Chinese-made vehicles.